Everyone wants a soulmate. But how many of us focus on preparing our soul first? In today's world, it's easy to get caught up in the search, swiping, stressing, wondering, waiting. But when we forget to strengthen our relationship with Allah, the journey can become confusing, rushed, and even painful. This video isn't just about finding the right person. It's about preparing your heart, aligning your intention, and growing closer to the one who knows you better than anyone. Because the truth is, the more connected you are to Allah, the more peaceful and purposeful your path to love will be. So let's take a deep breath, step back, and learn how to make your relationship with Allah the foundation of your future. Relationship 1. Make Allah the center of your search. Before you ask, where is the right person? Ask, where am I with Allah? If we treat marriage like a worldly checklist, looks, income, status, we miss the heart of what it really is, a spiritual partnership. Allah is the one who places love between hearts, the one who connects souls. When we keep Him at the center, our approach becomes calmer, clearer, and more meaningful. Instead of chasing, we reflect. Instead of doubting, we trust. Purify your intention. Don't just want someone to hold your hand. Want someone to help you hold on to your faith. Every dua, every sujud, every moment of self-restraint is part of your preparation. And the one who begins their search with Allah is never truly alone. They are already walking with Him toward what is written for them. Part 2. Build a daily habit of worship. One of the most beautiful ways to draw closer to Allah is through consistency. Not grand gestures, just daily devotion. Start small, but be regular. Pray on time. Even if your mind is distracted, keep showing up. Read one page of Quran. Even one verse, if done daily, shapes your heart over time. Talk to Allah in your own words after Salah. Tell Him what's weighing on you. Build a habit of remembrance, dhikr, throughout the day. Say Alhamdulillah when things go right. Say Astaghfirullah when you slip. Say Hasbunallahu wa ni'mal wakeel when you're uncertain. These daily moments create a deep spiritual bond. You'll find that the more you feed your soul with worship, the less empty you feel about what you don't yet have. And that contentment will carry you through both waiting and loving with grace. 3. Talk to Allah about your heart. We all have quiet thoughts, fears, desires, hopes that we carry silently. But you don't have to carry them alone. Talk to Allah like He's the closest to you, because He is. There's no special language, no perfect script. Just speak. Whisper if you need to. Cry if you have to. Say, Why Allah, I feel lost. I want love, but I don't want to compromise my values. Say, Why Rab, protect me from what looks good but isn't good for me. This kind of honesty in dua transforms your heart. It shifts the search from being anxious and desperate to being trusting and hopeful. It builds tawakkul, true reliance on Allah. Even when you're hurting, even when you don't see results, your heart remains soft, and your faith becomes your anchor. Guard your heart while you wait. This is the hardest part for many, waiting. And not just waiting, but guarding your heart while you wait. In the age of distractions, this takes real discipline. It means not falling into emotional entanglements that don't lead to anything serious. It means protecting your gaze, your thoughts, and your feelings from being consumed by fantasies or false hopes. But guarding your heart doesn't mean you're cold or closed off. It means you value your emotions enough to reserve them for what is real and pure. In the meantime, focus on becoming. Become someone who knows their worth, someone who values patience over pressure. Read. Learn. Volunteer. Heal from past wounds. Because when you guard your heart for Allah, He fills it with peace and prepares it for someone who will honor it. 5. Learn the sunnah of love. Love in Islam is not just allowed, it's honored. but it has boundaries. It has beauty. It has purpose. Learn about how the Prophet loved his wives with kindness, humor, gentleness, and respect. Study the qualities he praised in a righteous spouse: taqwa, God consciousness, good character, loyalty. Reflect on how Islamic marriages are built not just on emotions but on shared goals, mutual rights, and responsibility. This knowledge will guide you away from fantasy and toward what's truly fulfilling. It helps you recognize a spouse who's not just good to you but good for you. And it helps you become that kind of partner too. Preparing for marriage through the lens of the Sunnah makes your future not just halal, but also blessed and deeply meaningful. 6. Trust his plan more than your own. There comes a point in the journey, after the prayers, after the searching, after the hopes and disappointments, where your heart quietly asks, is it ever going to happen for me? It's a tender moment, one where silence feels heavier. You've made sincere du'as, worked on yourself, and still the door hasn't opened. This is the moment that reveals the depth of your tawakkul, your trust in Allah's plan. Tawakkul is not passive. It doesn't mean sitting still and doing nothing. It means doing everything you can, while deeply believing that Allah is doing even more behind the scenes. It's about letting go of the illusion of control and handing it over to the one who actually holds everything together. Allah sees the nights you cried, the days you lowered your gaze, the proposals you turned down for the sake of your values, the friendships you walked away from because they pulled you away from Him. None of that is wasted. Not a single tear. Not a single step of obedience. Even the parts of your story that feel like detours are part of your destination. Have you ever noticed how a tree grows? It doesn't bloom in one night. It grows quietly, roots deepening beneath the surface before any flower appears. Your story is like that tree. The foundation is being set, even when it looks like nothing's happening. Maybe you're ready for love, but the person written for you isn't ready yet. Maybe Allah is holding them back so they can heal, grow, and meet you at the right spiritual moment. Or maybe you're being delayed to be protected from something that looks good, but isn't good for your deen or your future family. One of the most powerful verses in the Quran says, "But it may be that you dislike a thing and it is good for you. And it may be that you love a thing and it is bad for you. And Allah knows, while you know not." Surah Al-Baqarah 2:216. There's peace in not having all the answers. Because when you trust Allah, you stop comparing your journey to others. There's a hadith that says, "Know that if the entire nation were to gather to benefit you with something, they would not benefit you except with what Allah has already written for you." Tirmidhi. So what can you do in the waiting? Keep praying. Even if it feels repetitive. Keep serving. Give love where you can, your family, your friends, your ummah. Keep growing. Read, learn, reflect, and deepen your worship. Keep trusting. Not blindly, but faithfully. One day, you'll look back and say, "Subhanallah. If it had happened when I wanted, I would have settled for so much less than what Allah planned." The love you're waiting for isn't just about finding the right person. It's about becoming someone who is rooted in trust, clothed in patience, and crowned with tawakkul. And when you finally meet the one Allah wrote for you, you'll realize you weren't just preparing for them. You were being prepared by Allah for something deeper, purer, and everlasting.